Good Friday morning, everybody. We're at the Mom Show, so I brought my mom. This is my mom. Mom, everybody, this is Mary Lou. Everybody? Morning, yeah. You are allowed to talk. I know you don't have a mic on, but I brought my mom because I thought it was the Mom Show. Then I realized it's the Mom Show, but my mom is a real mentor to me when it comes to my green thumb, so she is super pumped to be here, as am I, because I've never been here. We're here with Neil from the City of Hamilton Horticultural Organization. Good to see you, Neil.
Good to see you, Tim.
Last finishing touches being put on the show.
Yes.
I know it starts today and it runs until November the 1st. It's a bit of a different show this year.
Yes, it's, as we all know, this has been a year of adaptation, right? So what we've done is we've created a show thanking the frontline workers that have put so much time and energy into trying to help us stay safe and try to have a level of normalcy to our lives. And this show is definitely about them.
Well, you see the HSR bus as soon as you come in. That's what really jumps out. How did you get this bus in here?
So we have some talented staff on hand. Our landscapers, Ronaldo Cruz Rodriguez and Rob Villar, made it out of wood. But then we also used, so this is actually...
That's not a real bus?
That's not a real bus.
No way.
So with the help of HSR, they gave us some old windows from some of the old buses that are no longer in use. And they've designed that and made it look like exactly like a real bus.
The real bummer thing is, this is 100 years. This is going to be a big to-do for you guys, because since 1920.
The granddaddy, it was going to be huge.
All the plans that you had.
Yes.
And there was probably a decision to even have a show?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
So we always are going along what the Emergency Operations Center says we can or can't do. And Emergency Operations Center also talked with Public Health and determines, can we do this or can we not do this in a safe manner to keep both our patrons and our workers safe. So yes, we're talking all the time, but we are having a show.
You're having a show. Here's the thing though, because of the reduced numbers, the show is sold out. Right?
The show is sold out.
It's a very popular show, but there are a couple options. That's why we really wanted to be here today, to bring some color into your Friday. And even if you can't be here, just bring it into your homes a little bit. There's other ways that you guys are doing that too.
That's right. So what we're doing is we're going to have a virtual video that will be posted on the City of Hamilton website, momshow.ca, should be by mid next week. Okay. And everybody is welcome to visit at that website to check out what we've done and do that virtual tour to feel like, at least to lift our spirits.
And I know too, normally you have a plant show at the end of the show, and you can't do that this year either.
Unfortunately, right? Yes. The plant sale is not happening this year, but we're looking forward to getting back to normal and getting back next year and doing the same thing. Good.
Well, hopefully you're going to enjoy the morning, because we're going to hang out for the morning, bring some color to you. Mom, what are you thinking?
Oh, fantastic.
My mom is having a pretty good time. But what goes into this show? How many mums are here? I didn't even know there was this many different types of mums. We'll tackle that when we come back with Neil and the whole gang here at the Hamilton Fall and Mom Show on Morning Live. Happy Friday morning, everybody. Bringing some color into your lives here at the Hamilton Fall and Mom Show. Very excited. It kicks off today, lasts until Sunday. Back with Neil from the horticultural team who create this. And I can't imagine the amount of work that goes into something like this.
Okay, I'm going to correct you there, Tim, a little bit.
Okay.
I look after the growing aspect of it.
Okay.
My gardeners, they create this. They are 110% are amazing designers. They get the textures and the different plants together. I'm just a little cog in the wheel.
How big's the team?
Team that worked on the show was 17 people.
17 people old. Well, I guess 18 now. This is my mom. This is my mom, Mary Lou. Say hello, Mom. Okay, so my mom is a green thumb freak. She loves it, and I thought I'd bring her along to the Mom Show. And then we put her to work, because they're still putting some finishing touches on it. But how many mums do we have?
So in this show itself, we have approximately 10,000 mums, but it would translate into about 120,000 flower heads.
120,000. Okay. And I didn't know. I know the traditional mum, but how many different categories of mums are there?
Well, a lot. If you break it down into categories, you have your general hardy mum.
Down here, Luke. So that's like a hardy mum, right?
Yeah.
That's what we generally know that you're going to get at the grocery store or wherever, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
A pot mum is very similar to this guy right here.
Okay.
And then you look at the very unique heads, the real big bowls, and we call them intermediate incurves, and some spiders like over here.
Yeah, some over here too. Like that's a mum. This one here.
That is a mum, Tim. You know what? Some of these varieties are ancient varieties. The Japanese grow it. It's part of their society. The English grow, and they have competitions growing these large, massive heads and spiders. There's competition for it.
And you can grow them all here in the greenhouses here?
Yes, we do. We can grow it here. We kind of mess with their genetics, not the genetics, but their life cycle. So in the summertime, they're not going to flower for us, right? They need a fall almost atmosphere to flower. So what we do for the show is we turn the lights off, or actually black out, we call it, and we black out the entire greenhouse, and it basically tricks them into flowering whenever we want them.
Really? Okay. And so the show runs until November 1st, and then will you start working on next year's show immediately because you're taking everything from these flowers and using a bit of it?
Exactly. We will cut all the flower heads back, and we'll put them into a long day cycle, and then we'll start taking cuttings. The design aspect as well. Right after we have a follow-up meeting for the show, right. And then we get right into the design aspects for next year.
Okay. So a couple of things. Normally, this is supposed to be the 100th year of the Mum Show. It's been going on since 1920. Obviously, this year is different. So there's been limited numbers that can come to the Mum Show, and it actually gets sold out. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted to be here, to bring some color into your life. The other thing you can do, though, they're going to be doing it virtually. And starting kind of middle of next week, you think, going to the website, City of Hamilton.
Yep, mumshow.ca.
Mumshow.ca, that's the best way you can kind of see virtually.
We're hoping for around Tuesday. Okay. But it may be Wednesday. It all depends on what happens. There's lots of things going on in the media, so we just have to see when our team's got it up and running. But it should be Tuesday or Wednesday.
And you're already working ahead to the spring show.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's take a break. We'll continue to get my mom working. Maybe she can help you out with the spring show. And then we're here we got to show off the tropical greenhouse too, because that is something that's open on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll explore that. We come back to the Hamilton Fall and Mum Show with my mom on Morning Live. Well, for the past 100 years, the Hamilton Fall Mum Show has been happening, and Carl's been here for all of them. I'm kidding. He's not. Carl's been here. Here's the big thing. It's a big day because Carl's been here for how many?
29.
29 Mum Shows, and you are retiring today. So big round of applause for Carl, all his efforts here at the Mum Show. Great. Back with Neil and the whole gang. We got my mom, Mary Lou. We have Abigail. We have
Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl. And we got Drew. All putting together. What are these called, Neil?
These are our Oasis features, which are all made of chrysanthemums. But you can see we have some black chrysanthemums, which does not occur in the real world, or the blue that Drew's working on the other side. So we have to use a little floral paint for those.
Right. Like, how much time and effort goes into these setup and displays?
So we start these on the Tuesday. So actually Tuesday. So this is our fourth day working on them.
Fourth day working on them.
And we've already done a couple, but it is a lot of work. Each stem, each flower has to be cut approximately about 1.5 inches below the flower, and used to stick in.
And then are you watering these throughout the show?
Yes, that's a floral foam. So we have to water it first, a really good watering, and then each day we do a little bit of misting if required.
And then how long would they last? They'd last for the whole show.
10 days.
So. They'd last for 10 days.
That's why we do it on the Tuesday before the show starts. Any sooner, we're going to be replacing quite a few flowers.
It's great to see the behind the scenes of the efforts of all the people that spend hours and hours putting this show together. Because when you come through and see it, it's so beautiful and set up, and the time that it takes to put together has to be something. If you haven't been watching it all morning, there is a theme each and every year. This year's theme is
thank you to frontline workers.
Okay, and it's scattered throughout the show. We saw the HSR bus. There's a little kind of checkout counter, right, for grocery store employees. We have a wonderful nurse that Cheryl's working on right there, just to kind of give back to them. I'm assuming you'll get some frontline workers through?
Yes, we are hoping, absolutely. So I'm sure they booked online already.
Yeah.
We're thanking the men and women in uniform, as well as all of our city staff that have been working right through the COVID.
Right. Here's the thing, it's a popular show, and with reduced numbers, the show is actually sold out. But that's why we wanted to be here, to kind of show off, if you're not able to come, to kind of get a little sneak peek of it. And Luke, maybe we can kind of take a walk if somebody hasn't seen it thus far. Back to work, Mom. Mom, get back. Back to work. But if you did want to see it, they're hoping it's going to be up virtually early next week, and you can just go to mum.ca, Neil, to check that out for a virtual tour of the Mum Show.
That's right.
Thanks so much, and thanks to all our frontline workers who've done so much for us this year. We'll take a break, we'll come back, and we'll head into the tropical greenhouse, because it is open Friday, Saturday, Sundays. We'll show off that. I'm Morning Live. Good Friday morning. It's been over 2 years since I've been here, the Gage Park Tropical Greenhouse, and wow, it looks different. Because I guess plants grow. They grow big time. Back with Neil. Wow, this is something. What do you think, Mom? Okay. Anybody that hasn't been here, Neil, what's the Tropical Greenhouse all about?
Okay, the Tropical Greenhouse really is about, the original part of it was to educate the public of plants that they would never see. So there's lots of exotic species here, lots of food species too. We wanted to show how important the food species are. So we actually have a pomegranate in flower. We've been able to eat some oranges, some citrus, some lemons, some bananas.
So anything non-native is in here?
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
These two babies are the stars of the show.
Yeah.
What are they, and how are they so big?
Okay. This one here is a traveler's palm. It's been in that location for the entire time when you were here 2 years ago. But this guy here, the black tie banana, we've had to move him because he's grown way past his size.
How do you move it?
So all it is, these bananas, they sucker up at the bottom. And even just like in a plantation, you chop down the mature one, and then there's a young one coming behind it. You can see all the little guys coming.
In here?
Right in here, yeah. Your mom's looking at one right now.
So that little guy right there.
That little guy there. So we could chop down all those mature trunks, and that one will grow just as large.
And how much time? How long would it take?
This one has been transplanted in, I would say, May of this year, so it's already grown that high. It's ridiculous how fast this black tie.
How is it growing? Is it what's the temperature, the constant temperature in here?
Temperature is, we like to have it at least 24, 25 degrees Celsius, okay. With nothing lower than 20 degrees Celsius. It's a tropical greenhouse. We like to keep it humid.
Yeah. Does it become more difficult as the weather gets colder and colder now? We're getting into winter?
Yes, things slow down. The growth slows down a bit. And really we want to get them, because even in the tropical climate, there's a slowdown period. Yeah. Where if we wanted to push them, we could push and fertilize. But we have to give them a little rest too.
Okay. Thanks for the great morning. Neil, wonderful. Hopefully it brought a little bit of color to your life. We were talking about the 100th Mum Show. It is still happening. Unfortunately, it's sold out because there's limited numbers. We're going to be doing something virtually online, mum.ca. But this is open, right? Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, you can come to the Tropical Greenhouse. Again, numbers are a little bit limited.
That's right.
Right? How many people can be here at a time?
25 at one time, and it's open from 8:30 to 4:30.
Okay.
So a little bit slightly different hours than the Mum Show, but 8:30 to 4:30, we are open.
It's still open throughout the Mum Show. Even if you don't have a ticket or a reservation for the Mum Show, you can still come to the
Just on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Just on Friday, Saturday,
yes.
Sundays. Great work. I know you're like yourself and your whole team and everybody here. It's such a gem in the city of Hamilton that you can enjoy.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks for coming.
Oh, Mom, thank you.